Hi everyone, this is Andrew Future for the Rockland Arts Festival. I'm joined today by artist Carol Hurd Rodriguez. Hi Carol, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you, Andrew. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Thank you for participating in the festival. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and about your painting?
Sure. I'm Carol Hurd Rodriguez, as you've heard, and I'm from the Hudson River Valley. I have a lifetime relationship with the Hudson River, and it's the subject of many of my paintings and even inspires many of my abstract paintings. Really, I'm inspired by nature wherever I am.
And this one in particular, what is it called?
Oh, these paintings behind me are actually both based on Hudson River marsh uh, places along the Hudson River. And in fact, both of them are loosely based on the view from the Croton River station of the Croton River Marsh right on the Hudson there.
Hmm. How long have you been working as an artist?
Oh my goodness. I mean, I've had the desire to make marks since before I could walk, actually. I mean, there are photographs of me grabbing pens from people or reaching, crawling across the floor just to get to one. But I have been seriously dedicated to my work, I would say, for the last 20 years.
Mhm.
But always, I was making some sort of visual expression. And I have a bachelor's of fine arts from SUNY Purchase and an MFA from the University of Illinois at Champaign-Urbana. Both of those degrees are for my work in hand paper making. And in the early 90s, I made the wild decision to follow my future husband to Mexico. So I gave up my paper making studio and I began to paint while I was in Mexico. And I've not stopped since.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. So you have a large portfolio now, I assume, of, of landscapes, river-based.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Mhm.
But oddly, it wasn't until about 15 years ago that I found the courage and the nerve to paint the Hudson River. I was somewhat daunted by the fact that, the Hudson River School is so,
Mm.
while it's idealized, it's very realistic. And that's just not really my style. My style is sort of flattened, brilliant colors and shapes. And I strive for the feeling of the place, not so much the photographic representation of the place, even though you can very often identify the places in my paintings.
Yeah. And what is the piece that you've submitted to the festival called?
That is Croton River from the station. I have a strong attachment to the Croton River because of my mother.
Hmm.
That was a very special place to her. She spent many of her youth summers, growing up in Harlem, but having an opportunity to spend time on the Croton River as a young teenager. And so in the last few years of her life, that's where she always asked me to take her. And so I developed a strong relationship with that part
Hmm.
of the Hudson as
And
well. But I've been traveling up and down the Hudson too.
what made you pick that particular painting for the as your
I'm,
submission for the festival?
I'm so sorry.
Why did you pick that particular painting to submit to the festival?
Well, that's a really good question. It's very subjective when you submit work for any opportunity to share your work. It's based on the feeling of the moment, really, right? And so at that moment, I was very inspired by that painting because of the peaceful and vibrant nature of it. It's actually hanging at the Northern Westchester Medical Center in Mount Kisco right now as part of the Healing Hallways of Art. And oddly, when I visited yesterday, I got to talking to the security guard and I showed him one of the photographs of my work because he asked about it. And he's like, that is Constitution Marsh. He knew exactly where it is. And it's a super abstract painting of the Constitution Marsh, but still carries that vibe, which I'm really pleased with because it's really about the feeling of being in nature that I'm really trying to convey.
Lovely. Carol, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. And thank you for submitting to the festival. And we look forward to seeing you on the day, hopefully.
Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure talking to you, Andrew.
Likewise. Thank you.